Hello, I'm Leonard Maltin, and welcome to Disc 1 of the Mickey Mouse Club presents Annette. As you'll see for yourself, that serial was shot right here at the Walt Disney Studios in Burbank, California. In fact, this entrance to the animation building doubled as Old South High. Walt personally chose Annette Funicello to join the Mouseketeers at the tail end of casting for season 1 of his daily television show. And he clearly took a shine to the youngster, even though, or maybe because, she didn't look like anyone else in the group. As a product of mid-1950s America, the Mickey Mouse Club didn't reflect racial or ethnic diversity, as it would if it were being produced today. But the dark-haired girl with the Italian surname was a notable exception. And wouldn't you just know, kids took to her in a big way, just as Walt had. The show had been 1 hour long for seasons 1 and 2, but for its last year of production it was cut back to a half hour. This placed greater emphasis than ever on the daily serials, and there were 4 that season. The New Adventures of Spin and Marty, which added girls to the cast, including Annette, The Hardy Boys and the Mystery of the Ghost Farm, The Adventures of Clint and Mac, which was produced in England, and Annette. Annette was based on a juvenile novel called Margaret, written by Janet Sebring Lowry, who gained immortality as the author of The Poky Little Puppy, a children's book classic that went on to sell 15 million copies. Here's an interesting side note. That book was illustrated by Gustav Tenggren, a gifted artist who also worked at the Disney studio in the 1930s. Lily Hayward, who had long experience writing family-friendly movies like My Friend Flicka and Smokey, was given the task of adapting Lowry's book into a serial. She had already written Corky and White Shadow for Darlene Gillespie and The New Adventures of Spin and Marty. To direct the series, Walt's producer Bill Walsh hired well-liked movie veteran Charles Lamont, who had literally hundreds of comedies to his credit from the silent movie era onward. He was credited with giving the greatest child star of all time her start in a series of early 1930s comedies. I'm speaking of Shirley Temple. Besides giving Annette Funicello a starring role that would test her acting skills, Walsh populated the serial with faces that were familiar to its young audience. Tim Considine and David Stollery, the stars of Spin and Marty, and Mouseketeers Sharon Baird, Doreen Tracy, and in smaller roles, Cheryl Holdridge, Tommy Cole, and Bonnie Fields. Talented newcomers include Shelley Fabaret,
oh, there's Annette,
soon to become a household name on The Donna Reed Show, which debuted in the fall of 1958, and 3 busy and experienced young actors, Rudy Lee as Steady Ware, Steve Stevens as Drew Stafford, and Judy Nugent as Jet. Jimmy Shore had already entertained kids on The Pinky Lee Show, but this showcase, as Annette's nasty nemesis, gave her career a major boost. 1 year later, she was cast again as Annette's rival for Tim Considine's affections in The Shaggy Dog. By that time, she changed her name to Roberta Shore. The Annette serial, introduced every day by Mouseketeer Karen Pendleton, made its debut on Monday, February 11th, 1958. And we're happy to present that entire half-hour episode, as well as the show in which the story concluded, Friday, March 7th, 1958. As a bonus feature, we're happy to present excerpts of a special video prepared by Walt Disney Records to celebrate the release of an Annette CD collection in 1993. This presentation features Annette Funicello talking about her career, along with many of the friends and colleagues closest to her. I think you'll enjoy it.
you.